Are You Being Served is remembered as cheeky, outrageous fun, but beneath the innuendo and laughter were moments that modern television would never allow to pass unchecked. Fact 1.
Oh, very well.
Oh, not here. Come with me to the ladies' department. I'll show you the quick way round.
Are You Being Served ran almost entirely on innuendo. Jokes rarely hid their intent. Double meanings were deliberate and relentless. Sexual suggestion powered nearly every scene. Characters existed to trigger punchlines. Dialogue was engineered for embarrassment. The humour assumed a shared understanding. That understanding was very specific to its era. Subtlety was not the goal. Repetition amplified effect. What shocked once became routine. Routine became expectation. Modern audiences read intent differently. Innuendo feels more aggressive now. Consent is no longer implied through laughter. Power dynamics stand out sharply. Jokes linger uncomfortably. The humour leaves no escape. Characters rarely objected. Silence became complicity. And once laughter fades, discomfort fills the space.
His hands. He's like an octopus. They're all over the place.
Oh, I know. And so cold.
Fact 2.
Yes, well, it's a new line, you see, sir. Continental novelty foot warmers.
Women in the series were defined by appearance. Men commented freely and constantly. Objectification was normalized. Resistance was treated as humor. Female discomfort became part of the joke. Authority figures participated openly. The shop floor became a stage for appraisal. This reflected social norms of the time. The show didn't question these dynamics, it reinforced them. Female characters were expected to endure. Sexual confidence replaced consent. Rewatching exposes imbalance immediately. Power ran one way. Laughter masked pressure. The framing offered no critique. What was playful then feels coercive now. Comedy depended on tolerance. That tolerance is no longer assumed. Viewers notice the silence, and that silence speaks louder than the jokes ever did.
Bottle? How can I take a discreet nip out of a whole bottle of brandy?
Fact 3.
As I understand it, you are not accepting this offer, is that right?
Speaking for myself, I am unanimous.
Characters were exaggerated into caricatures. Identity became shorthand. Accents signaled intelligence or lack of it. Class distinctions were mocked openly. Sexuality was coded through gesture and tone. Difference itself became the joke. Nuance slowed nothing down. Speed mattered more than care. The audience was expected to recognize types instantly. This efficiency fueled laughs. It also froze prejudice in place. Modern viewers see the construction clearly. Representation feels limited and rigid. Identity becomes costume. Empathy is optional. Characters never evolve beyond labels. The joke ends where the stereotype begins. What once felt broad now feels blunt. The humor doesn't breathe. It relies on assumption, and assumptions age faster than jokes.
If it didn't inflate quite so much. I mean, if it sort of...
Fact 4.
Some Japanese kamikaze pilot picked a chips up in me buckets and fell down the stairs.
Management crossed boundaries constantly. Inappropriate behavior was routine. Power imbalance drove humor. Complaints were dismissed as overreaction. Authority was never questioned seriously. The structure protected offenders. The store rewarded persistence. Harassment was reframed as charm. Consequences never arrived. This reinforced behavior. Comedy replaced accountability. Viewers were guided to laugh along. Modern audiences recoil instinctively. Power dynamics are impossible to ignore now. What was harmless fun reads as institutional failure. Silence protects authority. The show normalized that silence. Repetition made it comfortable. Comfort prevented challenge. And once authority goes unchecked, comedy becomes complicit.
It won't be like last night. I promise I'll have it off before I go.
Good. Well done.
Fact 5.
Please carry on, sir.
I'm like a wild animal when I'm roused.
Are You Being Served relied heavily on canned laughter. Jokes landed whether they earned it or not. Timing was dictated externally. Viewers were guided emotionally. Laughter replaced reflection. Pauses discouraged thought. The rhythm left no room to question. This training mattered. Audiences learned when to laugh. Content passed quickly. Rewatching removes that safety net. Without collective response, jokes sit exposed. Meaning lingers longer. The humour feels louder. Intent feels clearer. The laugh track once softened edges. Now it amplifies them. Silence would feel different, but silence was never allowed. Automatic laughter hid discomfort. And when the laughter stops, the moments can no longer hide.
To your rotten old canteen in our own time, sir.
That's quite right. The lifts are not up to it.
Fact 6.
Comes as a great... Where are they?
They've gone down to the basement with your medal.
Oh, stupid.
Persistent advances were treated as playful. Refusal was temporary, not final. Boundaries existed to be tested. Pursuit was celebrated, not questioned. The show equated persistence with charm. Discomfort was rewritten as shyness. Power differences were ignored. Laughter reframed unease as humour. Characters rarely had agency to stop it. Authority figures modelled the behaviour. Others followed without consequence. This created a template. Audiences learned to accept it. Rewatching breaks that spell. Intent feels clearer now. Pressure replaces playfulness. Consent is absent from the equation. Comedy shields the act. Shielding becomes endorsement. Endorsement normalises harm, and once that pattern is visible, it's impossible to unsee.
Mr. Granger, are you free?
I'm sorry, Captain Peacock, but I'm just going to have my coffee in the staff cave.
Fact 7.
I can't abide mucky pains.
Sexual identity was exaggerated for laughs. Gesture and tone did the work. Characters performed stereotypes relentlessly. Subtlety was unnecessary. Identity became a costume. The joke depended on recognition. Recognition depended on assumption. This reduced complexity instantly. Empathy was secondary to speed. The show never explored inner lives. Identity existed only to amuse. Rewatching highlights the flattening. Representation feels restrictive. Nuance is absent by design. Characters don't change. Growth would interrupt rhythm. Laughter rewards repetition. Performance replaces authenticity. The mask never drops. And when identity is only performance, dignity disappears quietly.
Stick for evening wear. It's the sort of thing one carries to the opera.
Yes, I suppose it'd be quite handy to fight your way to the bar at the end.
Fact 8.
If you could just put it about there, that's it. Could you push harder, otherwise it'll all fall apart.
Class jokes drove many punchlines. Accents marked status immediately. Intelligence was coded socially. Aspiration became mockery. Failure was linked to class position. Authority laughed at subordinates. The hierarchy stayed intact. Comedy reinforced the ladder. Sympathy flowed upward. Ridicule flowed downward. This reflected older traditions. Time has changed reception. What once felt cheeky now feels cruel. Context no longer cushions impact. The underdog is not protected. The joke lands heavier. Power imbalance becomes visible. Laughter feels directed. Targeting replaces teasing. Teasing becomes derision. And when comedy punches down, it rarely ages kindly.
In for a pound, we might as well all have one. Yeah.
Drink, 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 2 eyes and a bright.
Fact 9.
Am I allowed to smoke?
If you're one of us, no.
I don't think much of this job.
Same jokes returned weekly. Familiarity bred comfort. Comfort dulled scrutiny. Over time, patterns emerged. Behaviour repeated without change. What was once isolated became systemic. Rewatching reveals accumulation. Single jokes become a culture. The culture feels oppressive. Repetition removes deniability. Intent no longer matters. Effect becomes dominant. Audiences notice cycles. Nothing interrupts them. Characters never learn. The show never corrects itself. Comedy doubles down instead. This persistence feels stubborn now. Time magnifies the issue. What slipped once now shouts. And when repetition reveals pattern, defense collapses.
Tape, Mr. Grace.
That's quite all right. I've got one of my own, thank you, Mr. Humphreys.
Fact 10.
What about him? He keeps crawling under my counter.
Can I help it if my robots get out of control?
Are You Being Served prized provocation, shock signaled boldness. Crossing lines felt liberating. The BBC allowed it as progress, but freedom lacked reflection. Provocation replaced purpose. Boundary pushing lacked critique. The show assumed laughter justified risk. That assumption aged poorly. Shock loses power over time. Meaning remains. What shock then feels routine now. Without context, it feels hollow. Freedom without responsibility leaves residue. Residue accumulates across episodes. The show never paused to assess. It raced ahead instead. Modern viewers feel the imbalance. Provocation feels dated. What once felt daring now feels careless. And when freedom forgets responsibility, regret follows inevitably.
Nobody you know is indispensable. Except her, perhaps, as she goes on playing her cards.
Fact 11.
Mrs. Slocum confiscated her knickers.
No. She confiscated my knockers.
Characters rarely objected explicitly. Discomfort was implied, not voiced. Silence allowed jokes to continue. The absence of refusal became permission. This dynamic powered many scenes. The show relied on unspoken acceptance. Speaking up would break the rhythm. So characters endured instead. Comedy rewarded endurance. Resistance was framed as humorless. This discouraged dissent. Viewers were guided to laugh past it. Rewatching shifts focus. Silence now feels loaded. What wasn't said matters more. Consent is no longer assumed. Endurance looks like pressure. The show never examined this gap. Silence protected behavior. Protection normalized it. And when silence speaks, it speaks loudly today.
Excellent, excellent. Now, Claiborne...
Hang on a minute, I'm not having this. She hasn't said she liked me.
Fact 12.
Stands to reason, doesn't it? No one watched this one, 500,000 knicker will want to stay around this time.
Managers dominated every interaction. Their word ended conversations. Challenges were dismissed quickly. Authority equaled legitimacy. Behavior was excused by rank. This hierarchy drove comedy. Power imbalance was structural. Characters below had no recourse. Complaints became punchlines. The system laughed at itself. That laughter hid responsibility. Rewatching reveals protection of power. Authority figures never learned. Consequences never arrived. The structure stayed intact. Modern viewers notice this instantly. Accountability feels absent. Power shields itself through humor. The joke sides upward. That alignment feels uncomfortable now, and once authority is never questioned, comedy stops being harmless.
Do be careful what you're doing with your right hand. You're making my eyes water.
Fact 13.
Say that it's a reflection of the miserable wage we're paid by Grace Brothers, which makes us desperate to pick up 50 knicker.
Are You Being Served? Never stepped outside its own worldview. No character challenged the norm seriously. Dissent never gained momentum. Objection was temporary. The status quo always returned. This created a closed system. Values reinforced themselves. Viewers weren't invited to question, they were invited to join. Laughter replaced critique. Other perspectives were missing. Absence became noticeable later. Modern audiences expect contrast. The show offers none. Its world is complete and sealed. That completeness feels oppressive now. There is no exit, no counterbalance. Comedy becomes echo. Echo amplifies bias, and when no alternative exists, the joke becomes the rule.
They've sold out a Burt Reynolds 6 3/4.
That is no excuse for bringing me a Liza Minnelli 6 7/8.
Fact 14.
About that, but my legs are sexier than Mrs. Slocum's.
Stop influencing Mr. Grace.
Too late, I've been influenced.
The show assumed shared cultural understanding. Jokes relied on implicit norms. Viewers were expected to get it. Explanation would slow pacing. That worked in its time. Context was common knowledge. Today, that knowledge is gone. Repeats strip context away. Jokes stand alone, meaning shifts without cushioning. Irony disappears. Satire looks like endorsement. The BBC now adds disclaimers. That need reveals change. Comedy no longer carries itself. It requires framing. What once felt obvious feels risky. The show cannot defend itself. Time has altered interpretation. Laughter depends on explanation, and comedy that needs explaining has already aged out.
Service pen and pencil set.
That was a memorable day. Mrs. Tebbs got drunk.
Fact 15.
Well, you want to be careful if you come down the stockroom. We always debag new boys.
Are You Being Served? Thrived on pushing limits. Naughtiness signaled rebellion. The show felt cheeky and modern. Audiences enjoyed transgression. Over time, those transgressions lost edge. Behavior repeated became standard. Shock wore off. What remained was pattern. Pattern revealed values. Values felt outdated. Normalization replaced novelty. The show stopped surprising. It started instructing. Rewatching exposes routine behavior. The thrill is gone. Only structure remains. That structure feels dated. What once broke rules now enforces them. Comedy froze a moment in time. Time moved on. And that is why these moments could never air today.